Next thing that I want to talk about it is that up to this point we export whatever we drawn, but usually when we are drawing a 3D object, we are not exporting the 3D view of that. We actually export the 2D views or orthographics view of that. So the front view, the top view, the side view of that. And how we do that? So one way of doing that is just actually we go ahead and start to draw all the front and right and top view uh, manually. But this is not the way that we are going to do that. If we create a 3D model, the AutoCAD let us to create a 2D views out of that 3D model um, automatically. So how we can create a orthographics view from the 3D object. So we have this 3D object drawn here, but this time when we want to export the front view, the top view, and the side view of that. So what you have to do is that you have to go to the layout tab, and if there is anything there, first of all, just delete everything. If there's anything, just simply delete it. The next thing that you have to do is that you have to set up the view angle. How do you want to your view angle be there? So if you come here on the layout and right click on the layout, uh, there is a drafting standard setup. So if you click on drafting standard setup, the window is gonna open, and that window is gonna ask you what angle do you want to draw, first angle or third angle. So because we are drawing the 2D out of the 3D, we have to define which angle of view we are gonna use. As I said, in US, we are using the third angle. If you are not in the US, or if you are preparing for example, most of the other countries, they are using the third angle. Because my template that I started was ISO, by default it's gonna be on the first angle, but assume now I want it to be on the third angle, so I will choose the third angle here, and I will uh, click OK. So I know that the orthographics views are on the third angle. Next thing, again, you go to that layout tab and make sure you go to the page setup and set up your page. So we have done it before, but the same. Just go there, modify it, choose the printer, choose the paper size, usually these two, okay. And then so you have your paper size sets, you have your drawing angle sets, and when you are at this point, then you can actually go ahead and import the 2D views. How you can do that is that come here, look at here, this one, this icon here. If you click on that, it will tells you I'm gonna import the 2D, but where do you want to import the 2D from? Do you want it to import it from the model space or from the inventor? In this case, because we draw the 3D in the model, it's a 3D object in the model space, so we are just simply use the from the model space to import it. And as soon as I click on that, it's gonna change and start the process of importing. Usually the very first thing that is bringing is the front view. And you look at here, you can come here, click on this here and choose other view if you want. If for example you want the right view, left view, top view, but automatically usually it starts with the front view first. So if you click on start, it usually bring it the front view, the very first. So place your front view wherever you want. So assume I want to place my front view here. Just click there and press enter. As soon as I press enter, it says, okay, where do you want to put the next view? So if I move my mouse to the right, it's just gonna create the right side view of that. So it says, where do you want to put it? And look at it, it will align it with the front view. So I cannot go up and down, but I can go left and right. And if I click here, just click, don't press enter. If I click here, it's create the right side view. Now if I bring it up, if I bring my mouse here and move it up, it's gonna create the top view. So this is the way that we did it in the third angle view: front view, right view on the right, and the top view on the top. And then assume choose where do you want to put it, and wherever you want to click, don't press enter, just click, and it's going to put it there. Usually this is all we want, and by the time we get there, if I press enter, it will exit, and I have my orthographics views, I have my 2D views. But you can, this is optional, you can add the 3D views as well. So if I move my mouse diagonally, it's gonna create the 3D view of that. So as I said, this is optional, you can do it or you cannot do it. But if you want to have the 3D view of that as well, you can use your mouse, move it diagonally, place wherever you want, and place click, and then I'm done. I don't want to add anything else. Press enter, and then this is gonna be your actual 2D views of what you needed to create. Then after you create that, you can go ahead and start to basically modify your drawing. So one of the things is that, look at this 3D image I have here. I prefer it to be in solid format, not like this. So I can click on that, and as soon as I click on that, this menu open here, and I can click on the edit view. If I click on the edit view, another menu is going to be open, and then here I have this hidden line. If I click on that menu, I can choose whatever I want to be shown. So I can only the visible line with hidden line, show only the visible line or the hidden line, like that. So it's also show the surfaces. So if I click on the very last one, it's gonna change it into this type of view. And if this is what I want to do, then simply click on the OK here, and then it will change my 3D view in, for example, this type of view. Or if I don't want to show the hidden line, I can go ahead there and actually change that hidden view. So this is how I can select that. One other thing is that if I want to move them, any of them around, one thing I can do is that if I click on any of them, you'll see again I have this square here. If I click on the square, it led me to move it around. But look at here, it's always keep it aligned with the front view. Because it's aligned with the front view, I can only move it to the left or to the right. I cannot move it up and down. It doesn't let me to move it up and down. Doesn't matter where I put my mouse, it's only move it to the left or right. The same here, if I want to move this one, I can click on that and move it up and down. It doesn't let me to move it to the left or right because it's gonna be aligned with the front view. The same here, if I click here, I move the front view, then it's gonna also move the top and the right view in order to keep them aligned with whatever to whatever position I'm gonna put it. Another thing is the same as before, is that if you click on that, you have this and you can go ahead in case that you need to change the scale of any of those drawing if you need to do that. So generally it is the very basics of how we can create a 2D views out of the 3D drawing. So it can gives us the front view, the top view, the right side view, and the 3D view of that 3D drawing.